Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Days Podcast along with a new video. Like I had previously said, if there's any deep dives that I'll go deeper in as far as with artists, music, just history, astrology, things like that, that I feel as though we can be able to talk amongst ourselves together, we can do that through Patreon. Not to say that I don't appreciate any comments or likes or anything on YouTube. Continue to be able to do that and subscribe as well. Thank you so much. Just know that I want to be able to give as much content and as much authenticity. I want to be able to keep the realness going, okay? Let's just say it like that. So what I wanted to do today was talk about a special artist of mine. So this is a fan appreciation video. The artist we are going to talk about is Janet Jackson. So I have been meaning to make a fan appreciation video, not just for Janet, but for Michael as well, because I've talked about both in my previous videos, which you can check out. And with Janet, I want to be able to say I am truly grateful that I have not just witnessed her live once, but twice. And for such a legend that has come so far in over 40 years, you give flowers and you make sure they're watered as well. And that's what she deserves. And hey, you know, we can talk about the fact that, yes, she is the last sibling of the Jackson family. And as far as being, you know, of 9 children. And she is well known for always wanting peace and justice in many forms, not just from the Velvet Rope, which I'll be talking about. I'll be talking about that video, okay? Yes. So let's start from the beginning. So from acting and singing, there was a sense for her where she has recently opened up that was not completely in that. She wanted to do something else. And, you know, I say this a lot when I do my videos, where when someone is doing something they love and enjoy, and they don't even realize that that was something they're meant to do. And I say this in different ways. You just, they that bitch, they that woman, they that girl, that man did that, you know, they went off. And I always give credit when it's due. And so when it came to being on Good Times, when it came to being on Different Strokes, Fame, and mind you, I'm a fan, so there ain't nothing I'm reading. I love her. Fan appreciation videos are videos more or less of where I know the artist without really needing to read up on them in a very brief and candid and respectful way. Because when you listen to their music, you learn about them, you learn who they are and where they've come from and where they're going. And that's why I wanted to make this series, because I feel like it's not really out there. It's more or less people just talking about the artists and who they are and if they did this. And there's deep dives that we could talk about, but respectfully, I am allegedly going to tell you in what ways on those deep dives, where, you know, even in the midst, I'll be like, you know what, this don't really seem, I don't know, you know, I'm going to keep it real, because I just feel like when it comes to, like I said in my previous video with Aaliyah, you know, allegations and stuff, you don't, and so that was why I was making the connection I am doing with these fan appreciation videos, and even down to expressing the craft, because the music, you know, people want to get all messy and no, the music. So anyway, like I said, with Janet having those experiences by 82, you know, 1982, you say to yourself, all right, you know, I want to get out there, you know, if you know, if that's what I'm meant to do. And she's a Taurus. Her birthday is in a couple of days. So, you know, that's another reason why it's fitting for me to do this video, because again, I thoroughly appreciate this woman and what she's done. And, you know, looking at her documentary that she had released a couple years ago and really taking in what she's said. And as far as with relationships, we all don't got it easy with relationships or dating and trying to see whether this is the person. And there's 8 billion people out there as of 2024. 8 billion people. If y'all ain't dating, y'all definitely reproducing. Okay? So it's just like, with Janet being private about her relationships and making such great music and persevering in such the hardest times of her life, I give it to her. Seriously. And having a son through it all, I give it to her. Because for most Tauruses that I know, they love having boys. I know Tauruses that just literally have boys. I don't know too many Tauruses that have girls. What? Yeah. If they had girls, unfortunately, I may have known of those girls and I'm not always with those girls. But Tauruses mostly have boys. Huh. Okay. So anyway, like I said, that's the odd thing, because it's like a Taurus girl, yeah. But then Taurus boys, they get boys. Listen, that's a whole astrology video in itself. This is about Janet, like I said, she is a Taurus by any means. So like I said, yeah, coming out of her shell, which was in the 90s, but taking it back where she took control in the 80s, you know, let's wait a while. When I think of you, funny how time flies. You Can Be Mine. Y'all slept on You Can Be Mine. No, y'all slept on that. I don't care. Y'all slept on it. Y'all slept on You Can Be Mine. He doesn't even know that I'm alive. Y'all slept on that too. Because when people want to do critiques and vocals and stuff, no, she's singing. I'm giving my queen her flowers, okay? She's singing. I'm alive. Yes. Went higher than what I just did. But yes. No, I really, it's not even that I get defensive. I get very, like, I feel as though when it comes to artists and their music, like, you gotta point out, like, what is. Like, you can't just, people really be going online, and I've been noticing that, like, they just say anything. Just for the views, for the engagement, and it's just, it's not real to me when you gotta clickbait. So when you ain't saying what's real, even with something that's alleged, it's almost like, all right, well, you know, pay me, guys. I'm not trying to cash grab nobody. Let's make this all the way real on this platform on episode 45. I'm not, because I'm gonna do more through on, but there ain't no cash grab here. I authentically want everyone to be able to feel good with me and talk about topics and understand them as well. That's what we here for. And as far as with Janet, when it came to Rhythm Nation, that's exactly what she was doing, letting people know there's still racism going on. There's people acting up, people getting hurt, children. And so that's another thing that I'm going to possibly point out separately in a video, where it's just like the children. there's 8 billion people in this world, the children. Take care of the children. They're the most important. Because past 18, everybody's running around here saying, I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, if you have enough sense of doing that, well, why don't you help the children that are needing help, needing food, needing shelter? And you know what? In this video as well, when I'm able to donate, I'm going to donate. Because we need to help. There's many organizations that need help right now. In the world and time that we're in, when prices and gas and all that good stuff is going up, yes. So like I said, even talking from a standpoint in 89, where she still had to make sure people understand, like, love will never do without you. Like, we can still make things work. Escapade, you know. Just got my check. Just got paid. Listen, she let you know so soon. Yes. Cash my check already. Listen, I can get into, there's so much. When it comes to the Rhythm Nation track and what it means, and where, because see, I'm gonna talk about these albums. I'm not gonna turn this into, talking about one album more than the other, because, the Rhythm Nation track was a standpoint of letting people know, take me seriously. She got the accolades just for that reason, having a military aesthetic, and really letting the people know, like, listen, we are at war between race and catastrophe, something like that. I'm a Janet fan if I can get that far. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, it's real. The knowledge. Ooh. Like, I love that woman. I do. There's just so many good tracks in that album alone, let alone when she was working on a movie called Poetic Justice. And you got to see a bit of her personality in there. Janet is a very nice woman, but she'll let you know in so many ways, we not doing this. Respectfully, and I give it to her. I give it to her. And, I get why she did the movie. The song, again, is legendary, which led into, an Oscar nomination, and That's the Way Love Goes. You just can't not hear that song. If it's letting you know, I'm fucking sexy, I'm out here, I'm in my late 20s, what's up? Because I know I'm not the only one out here trying to be sexy. I'm sexy too, in my own sexiness, as she should have. Japanese aesthetic too, just oof. I was in love, the dragon. And then you want this? She let you know you want this before if. Okay? And then Throb, that's a club anthem. There won't be no club, straight or gay. Don't matter what it is. If you put Throb on and them moans come in, you think people ain't gonna be like, they taking it back to 93? You think not? I can feel your body. And let their mix just, and listen, like, if, Bodak Yellow was to come in the cut, talk about a little bit, it's against my body. Like, if someone did a mix, that's how legendary she is. And so, going into the sense of where she felt depression, helping her brother through whatever she could help him through. And pouring that into the Velvet Rope, where she wanted people to understand, like, I have my own emotions, I have my own feelings, I stand out, and I'm me. And what she wanted her fans to know, whether they are here or they're not, we will be together again. And those that she loves too. I Get So Lonely, Go Deep. You know, My Need. Free Zone. Together Again, of course. Empty is a slept on. Y'all slept on Empty. What About is a great song. Y'all definitely slept on Tonight's the Night and Anything. Yes, y'all did. And Rope Burn, y'all can know Rope Burn real quick. Rope Burn is when she took a step further and slowed it down. She said, I'm in my 30s now. You don't know. Okay. And so, even Special, y'all slept on. The Special is a good song. Got a little hidden track in there. Even though it's now separated, but it was a hidden track back in the day. Can't Be Stopped. Yes. And y'all slept on You, even though that's a single. Got Till It's Gone. I know if you're watching this now, you're like, you didn't say Got Till. Yes, I did. Got Till It's Gone. Yes, I'm thinking of the track list. Yes, I am. Yeah, I know that album. That's why I said I'm going to talk about it. But I didn't want to talk too much about it because there's All For You. You know, see, from The Velvet Rope and Touring Down, she said, I want to do a movie. And in that movie, there's the song that comes in called Doesn't Really Matter. And working with Eddie Murphy and doing The Nutty Professor, just it was letting people know she was back. Like, she's here. And All For You, you know, I'm really back. And Truth, that's a song that, you know, is very telling, letting people know, like, listen. Yeah. There's so many good songs in All For You. Son of a Gun. There's Feels So Good, that's slept on. There's China Love, that's slept on. When We Ooh, that's slept on. Ooh Baby is slept on. And then I just wanna yes. Yeah. Y'all want to get into that song now. But back in the day, people were like, ooh, is this too much? Like, no, did y'all not? What was going on when it came to Someday Is Tonight, when she did it in the very beginning? You know, around the very beginning, whether it was Rhythm Nation, yeah. No, she's been doing this. And then with Damita Jo taking it a step further, and of course that whole, but it's still, it just doesn't matter. She persevered, gave us 20YO, gave us Discipline, and those got bops too. I love Hurry Up and Get Back in Bed. I'm not seeing I get into all her music. I'm thinking of 20YO because I'm just coming back. Of course, there's All Night when we go back a bit with Damita Jo. I Want You and Slow Love. And of course, people want to get into Moist now. But back in the day, Moist was like, ooh, okay, girl, put me to sleep in a good way. And, you know, there's so many. Yeah, there's just so many. Trust to Try. I'm sorry, I was thinking of that song for All For You. Trust to Try. And then there's whatchamacallit, what's another song that I'm thinking of? Well, I mean, with Discipline, you got Love. You got Discipline. You got Rock With You. Never Gonna Let You Go. So Much Better, I'm for you. Like Feedback. Like a roller coaster. Yeah, like there's so much. And when she took a bit of hiatus, and rightfully so, she needed time to herself. There was a lot going on. She had her Issa, and you know, in the midst of having her son and coming back and touring, I was able to see her, and that was in 2017. and we had got singles, a new album by then called Unbreakable, which y'all slept on. I don't care. Y'all slept on that album. That was a great album. Take me away from here. Oh man, I'm so glad I got to see her twice. Sorry y'all. Yeah, y'all really slept on Unbreakable. You know, Damn Baby. There was instances of Velvet Rope in that track alone. You know, Tonight. The Great Forever. You know, there's Broken Hearts Here. Oh, like y'all really slept on that album. It went #1, but y'all slept on it. I'm doing a commentary on that too. Y'all slept on it. I'm upset. Let me stop. I am though. Y'all slept on it. But long story short, on Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. She's a great artist, has sold millions of records, and yeah, I named all her albums too. Yes, I did. And yes, had a couple of marriages, and yes, has her son, and is very happy, and is doing still a tour that is coming here soon. Everywhere. Actually, I think she's done here, right? Or maybe she'll be back. Yes, she's coming here soon. But yes, happy birthday to Janet. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and video, and I will be back with more.